Notice the next quotation, 8 Testimonies, page 49. Already the inhabitants of the earth are marshaling under the leading of the Prince of Darkness. So was the Prince of Darkness already at work back then? Oh, yes, he was. Notice 19 manuscript releases, page 376. Let us earnestly prepare for the conflict that is before us. For Satan's armies, what? Are marshaling for the last great struggle. Let's read the following quotation. North Pacific Union Gleaner, January 27, 1910. In these perilous times, when the forces of evil, what? Are marshaling their hosts to thwart, if possible, the efforts of God's servants in the earth, it is vitally necessary for every laborer to walk humbly with God. Daily he is to maintain a close connection with the heavenly agencies. So was this spirit of these evil spirits already being manifested in the times of Ellen White? Absolutely. Notice this quotation, Review and Herald, July 18, 1882. Satan is marshaling his forces for the last great struggle. What is the last great struggle? It ultimately culminates in what? In the battle of Armageddon. To make war with the remnant of his seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. So is Revelation 12:17 related to the sixth trumpet as well? She's quoting Revelation 12:17. Do you notice that she quotes Revelation 12:17? She quotes Revelation chapter 13 about the false prophet. She also quotes what we find in Revelation chapter 16. So are all of these passages describing events during the sixth trumpet? Absolutely. So now this is a very important statement. Satan is marshaling his forces for the last great struggle to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. If we would be true to God, we cannot escape the conflict. But we are not left in doubt as to the issue. Now don't miss the next part of this quotation. Beyond the smoke and heat, the sixth trumpet is going to mention fire and brimstone and heat. She's alluding to that. Beyond the smoke and heat of the what? Of the battle, we behold them that had gotten the victory, standing on Mount Zion with the Lamb. Yes. Notice the following quotation. I was shown that a terrible condition of things is seen to exist in our world. Did these things already exist in our time? Oh, yeah. Yes. What were they going to do in the course of time? Intensify, right? Get worse and worse. She continues, the angel of mercy is folding her wings, ready to depart. Already the Lord's restraining power is being withdrawn. Was it happening in her day? Yes. So once again, already the Lord's restraining power is being withdrawn from the earth, and the power of Satan is working in the world to stir up the religious elements under the training of the great deceiver, to work with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in the children of disobedience. Already the inhabitants of the earth are marshaling under the leadings of the Prince of Darkness. And this is only the what? Oh, this is the beginning of the end. This is only the first part of the what? Of the sixth trumpet. She continues, the law of God is made void. We see and hear of confusion, perplexities, want and famine, earthquakes and floods. Terrible outrages will be committed by men. Passion, not reason, bears sway. God's wrath is upon the inhabitants of a world that is fast becoming as corrupt as were the inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah. What would she say today? Already, fires and floods are destroying thousands of human beings and the property that has been selfishly hoarded by the oppression or boarded by the oppression of the poor. So, was Satan at this time already manifesting his power to marshal the forces of the earth to be on his side? Absolutely. And she describes it as beyond the smoke and heat of the battle. Why would she mention smoke and heat? Well, that's language that comes from the sixth trumpet, we're going to notice. Notice the next quotation, the demonic activity. You remember that in Revelation chapter 16, it speaks about the spirits that come out of the mouth of the dragon, the beast, and the false prophet as spirits of devils? Is that the language that is used, spirits of devils? Notice how Ellen White uses that time and again in her writings. Here we find in The Desire of Ages 257, so it will be in the great final conflict of the controversy between righteousness and sin. While new life and light and power are descending from on high upon the disciples of Christ, a new life is springing up where? We're going to see that the power in the sixth trumpet comes from where? It comes from beneath, from hell. So she's saying here, a new life is springing up from beneath. What is that new life that's springing up from beneath? God? No, notice. Is springing up from beneath and energizing what? The agencies of Satan. Intensity is taking possession of every earthly element. With a subtlety gained through centuries of conflict, the prince of evil works under a disguise. And now notice she's going to refer directly to a Bible verse. He appears clothed as an angel of light, and multitudes are giving heed to seducing spirits and what? Doctrines of devils. Now, we're not going to read all of these quotations. There are many of them. But I want you to notice the highlighted portions that we have here. Does Revelation 16 use the expression spirits of devils? Yes. Notice how Ellen White repeatedly uses this. In Great Controversy, page 560, this is the next to last quotation that we find on page 310. How does the quotation end? It ends, thus they who thus appear are the what? The spirits of devils. The next quotation, let's in fact read this quotation. Satan has long been preparing for his final effort to deceive the world. The foundation of his work was laid by the assurance given to Eve in Eden, ye shall not surely die. In the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Little by little, so does it happen overnight? No, little by little, he has prepared the way for his what? Masterpiece of deception in the development of spiritualism. Was spiritualism already raising its ugly head in the 1840s? Absolutely. She continues. He has not yet reached the full accomplishment of his designs. So, can we see him working now? Are the spirits of devils working now? Yes. Are they going to work a lot harder later? Towards the end of the sixth trumpet? Absolutely. So little by little he has prepared the way for his masterpiece of deception in the development of spiritualism. He has not yet reached the full accomplishment of his designs, but it will be reached in the last remnant of time, says the prophet. Now what is she going to quote? She's going to quote Revelation 16. Says the prophet, I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs. They are the spirits of what? Devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. Except those who are kept by the power of God through faith in His word, the whole world will be swept into the ranks of this delusion. The people are fast being lulled to a fatal security to be awakened only by the outpouring of the wrath of God.